Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Used Jester. My name is Junior. Today we're going to be looking into Mattel's Masterverse new Eternia TriKlops. I didn't want to get this figure because we already had TriKlops from the previous version. But I just wanted to see if I were going to be expanding, if they're going to reissue it, and I'm going to be getting any more characters from reissues. So I want to see what's different and all that stuff. So here it is, the front of the box. We've gotten these figures before. Interesting. I might want to get those figures if they ever issue those. That's a toy form right there. TriKlops and the figures in this wave. And let's go ahead and open it up. And we're back. So we have the new TriKlops out in the box. Here's the sword that he's got coming with him. It's basically the same one as the old one, just repainted. A secondary sword. I don't have the accessories on the older one with me, so I don't know if this is another reissue from another one. And it comes with a sash over here that you can put on the figure. He also comes with a secondary ring that you can put on his head. Different design and everything. Interesting. And it comes with two closed fists. So let's look at the TriKlops over here. I don't really know which TriKlops figure this references. It's not Filmation. I thought the new Eternia line is harkening back to the older Filmation style design, which is what we saw with Trapjaw and Man at Arms. But yeah, I don't know. So I don't know if there's enough of a difference from the old one for me to get every figure in this line again if it's just being reissued. So let me so this one goes it does switch over and over to whichever one you want. You can actually remove it, and it's kind of interesting that they sculpted this part on the head. So I think this might be the first time we've seen what's behind TriKlops' face, and then you can just put on the new one in there. It's kind of interesting. This one's a little bit more shinier than that one, the new one. Huh. This has a scaled design. This one has a lot more geometric designs here. But I think I prefer the designs of the eyes on the previous one. And as you can see, there is a strap for his sword if you want to have him put the sword over here while holding the other one in his hands, or he can have two swords in both of his hands. Oh, that's kind of interesting how the sash works in and has a secondary loop for another sword. I think that's just paint goop, right? This red over here. Look at that. Now he has 2 swords in his back. Huh. And the sash is a way to differentiate him from the previous release. Alright, so let's grab the older TriKlops and look at the differences. So, as you can see, the differences, there's a difference on the face sculpt. The new one has a little bit of a snarl going on in his face. So this one looks more similar to the design of this one, where it's more geometrical rather than the scales on the mask. The harness is different. The coloring is different. The sash over here is different from that. The loincloth design is different. The bracers are different. It's... Huh. Well, I didn't realize the arms would be different too. The musculature is different. And of course, it has this one. The hair is different. The legs. The legs are the same. The boots are different. Straps are different design. And the boots themselves are also different. And even the hand sculpts are different too. Look at how the definition of this hand to that one. In fact, I think the only thing it has similarities are the actual body parts itself of the legs and the torso. That's interesting. Even though even the design of the harness, the way it straps on is different. Even though there's a lot of differences from the old figure to the new one, I don't think it's enough. I don't think there's enough there for me to say, oh, I'm gonna have to grab every new one there is. It's the same body, different tone, but almost similar. Pegs are the same. So you can put it on there. As you can see, there's a difference in terms of the shading of the flesh. But you can definitely switch the heads out. Pegs on the arms are different. I kind of like that the newer ones are thicker in design. So less chance of it breaking off. But I mean, I've never had any problems with the old one. They stand the same height. It's just that this one's on a base. I do like the fact that this one has a slightly bigger head than the old one. It changes the proportions of the whole figure. This one seems to be a little bit more realistic proportions compared to the head. While with this one, because it's a smaller head, it ends to make the body or the figure look bigger on that same body style. I'll say this, because this is $24. It's not like it was with Man at Arms, where I'm immediately impressed by the new Eternia Man at Arms version compared to the ones we've had, because it has a lot of connection or similarity to what I feel where Formation is. This one is not feeling that for me. So because it's only $24, I can kind of say that I'm going to be judging these new Eternia figures in a case-by-case basis where it's a duplicate character, because I don't know if I'm into Masters enough so that I would need duplicates of a character, unless it's Skeletor or He-Man and it's in a completely different armor. There's enough in here to interest me to say it's good enough. I'm not really wowed by it, and it's good enough that I don't regret buying it. But at the same time, I'm not sure if with these changes it's enough for me to buy a second figure of a character I already have for the price that we're paying for right now. Now, I ordered Snout Spout from Mattel Creations, which is $33, but with shipping it went up to around $40. And even though that's on a slightly bigger, we'll find out soon, body, and the head makes it bigger, I feel like Mattel is moving into a direction I'm not willing to follow, where it's a higher price point and we have to pay extra for the shipping and all that stuff. I feel like Mattel Creations should be for bigger bodies. Snout Spout does not qualify for that. So the new Eternia line, if it's a replica, if it's a reissued character, then it's gonna be on a case by case basis for me. So that's it for now. Everything's pretty much the same. Articulation is the same for any Masterverse. There's no difference. I do like the fact that they did do a different hand for this, but I feel like this is just a standard arm for a Masterverse and all that stuff. So yeah, that's it for my review of TriKlops. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon for the review of Mechanic. Bye.